Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another episode of Conqueror's Blade. So I really wanted to kind of dig into the new battle pass, take a look at some of the cosmetics. Obviously this is the season 1, first time we've ever had a battle pass kind of introduced into Conqueror's Blade. And yeah, it's just gone live literally like an hour ago, and I just kind of wanted to take a look at a few different things and how it's going to affect everyone, whether you buy the battle pass, whether you don't buy the battle pass, and kind of highlight how the system works and whether it's something you're going to want to buy or not. So you'll load in and you will load into the overview screen, and you will see you have a nobility rank here, which is determined, your rank is determined by glory. So you're going to get glory from just doing general battles, and more specifically from completing a certain set of weekly challenges. So you see here I've currently got 335 just from one deathmatch that was. Then if we go over to the weekly battles, and you'll see the weekly quests, under the challenges tab, there's going to be obviously 5 weeks. You will see that there are a handful of missions there. I think there are 8 separate missions, and each of them conveys a certain amount of glory. So for example, I was just doing the deathmatch one. If you can kill 10 melee heroes in deathmatch, you're going to be getting a reward of 2,000 glory. So that'll push you pretty close to unlocking to level 2. Not quite, but very close to. The various expedition ones, kill pikemen, defeat mounted archers, bow heroes, etc, etc. The various 8 quests are similar to weekly quests, just some slightly different objectives for you to complete. Now along the way of these, there are certain rewards along the way, which are actually quite an interesting set of rewards really. The low down ones are not so great, but when you start to get to the upper tier ones, you actually get a pretty very nice selection of rewards, from sort of rare artillery, quite a lot of rare artillery to be fair, through to some pretty decent crafting materials, through to even a rare random doctrine, which is really kind of quite nice. So it's well worth doing these weekly quests, whether you do or do not buy the battle pass. If you look, I have currently not brought the battle pass. I will be getting hold of it, but I just kind of wanted to show it for this video what you can unlock without it. So it's perfectly possible to do these weekly missions without the battle pass. So that's the first point. If you were to buy the battle pass, a few things change. First things first, the number one thing you'll unlock at level 1, which is where we currently are now, with nobility rank 1, you'll see there's the option to unlock this, the Grace of Gods. It gives you 500 base glory for a start, fine, not really a lot, but you will get a 50% bonus to glory at the end of each seasonal battle. So what that effectively means is you will gain this glory. I got 335 for my deathmatch. I would have got an extra 50% if I'd basically brought the battle pass. So it would mean I'm going to start ranking up quicker, and obviously get to the higher tiers quicker. Now the second main element of the battle pass is these are the 2 reward trees. If you have no battle pass, when you get to level 2, I will get a payroll chest of bronze coins. Oh, 2 payroll chests of bronze coins actually, so that's going to be 10,000 bronze. That's actually fairly decent, can't complain at that. Then I've got to get to level 4 before I get box of uncommon artillery. Level 5 I get a rare glove schematic, which actually are quite nice. You can make some guardsmen with that, pretty decent. A skill page, and then there are 60 conquest tokens when you get to the final on point 8. So there's some decent rewards there, but nothing that major. Although some of these, the skill page and the gloves are pretty nice, well with 10,000 bronze, not to be sniffed at. But you're only getting 60 of these conquest tokens, where if we look at the battle pass line, straight from the off, number 1, you're going to get this cosmetic here. You can see it in a kind of a much larger scale on the male and female versions. Then you're going to be mostly getting, as well as the basic rewards, you'll get the 10,000 bronze, but you'll also get the 40 conquest tokens. A random requisition order, not sure what the point of that was. I think that's is that a treaty or battle relic somewhere in the middle, etc. So you might now be thinking, what is the benefit of the conquest tokens? What can you spend them on? For which point you will go over to the seasonal store, and you can see over here there's a whole range of different cosmetics and consumables. So you can see how much things cost. So if you're looking for a weapon skin, it's going to be about 1,500 conquest points, which are only going to be rewarded by these. So you're going to have a hard time looking at it initially getting enough from just getting to level 8. But if you actually look, you will see that you're able to progress down, and you can see you can start to earn more and more and more and more and more, all the way up to level 200. And you'll see that you get a special Knight Errant set, which is obviously one of the final skins. Actually, looks pretty decent, to be fair. So my point is, you get a lot more equipment, but more importantly, you get a lot more of these Conquest tokens if you have the Battle Pass. And that was basically going to enable you to buy more in this store. So obviously there's a handful of stuff here, but if you go to the next page, there's also some pretty useful stuff. So if you're not that bothered about the skins, you need XP cards. You only allowed 5 per account, but considering that's only going to be 50 Conquest points, you can get that just by getting to level 8 without the Battle Pass. And getting 5 free 10 battles, that's basically 50 battles worth of 50% extra unit experience. Well, that's well worth having. You know, on top of that, are you trying to get to a Guardsman set? 50 coins for a helmet schematic? Pretty decent. Treaties, only 15. You can have up to 20 of these. So, if you have no intention of purchasing the Battle Pass, which is absolutely fine, I would still give this some thought and certainly look at the weekly challenges, because these are going to give you a good amount of glory to rank yourself up pretty quickly. And you will be getting enough of these Conquest points. You know, you're going to be getting 100 to 120 Conquest points by level 10. And you're going to be able to get yourself some decent stuff from the store. You're just probably not going to be able to get enough to afford the very high tier schematics like the 2,500, like the Falcon Order and stuff like that. Maybe you can get some of the cheaper ones. These are probably achievable for the units. But yeah, so that kind of shows basically the overview of how this system works. You can get stuff if you have no Battle Pass. There's some decent stuff to be had, particularly if you're not that interested in unit skins, but just want things that are going to be progressing your character. You know, 7 days premium account for 50. That's decent. If you're not bothered about skins, get that. Go for this sort of stuff and just sod the pass. But if you want to be starting to get the skins, or you're wanting to be getting some skins, you know, hero XP cards, the premium account, the boots, etc., etc., then it's probably going to be worth getting the Battle Pass, because it's going to give you quite a lot to unlock. You're going to be leveling up quicker, and you're going to be getting quite a lot of Conquest tokens. Plus, you get quite a lot of crap on the way. And, you know, there's a treaties there, look, a fleur-de-lis. What else have we got? A chest of silver, and etc. And other little bits and bobs sort of as you plod along. You get the horse skins somewhere along the way. So there's quite a bit of stuff in the Battle Pass. You do get quite a lot for your 1,000 sovereigns, because that is the cost of the Battle Pass if you want to buy it. So that works out as if you want to buy those sovereigns on the store, that's basically $10 or 10 euros or 10 pounds. Basically all the same, whichever currency you're in. So that's pretty much the overview of how the Battle Pass system works. Hopefully you feel like I've covered everything there and touched on everything. Well worth sort of taking a look at whether you're planning on buying the Battle Pass or not, because there's some pretty decent rewards all around. It probably is worth it. I certainly will be getting it. I think for the £10 you do get a fair amount of stuff. You don't have to grind that much to get access to some of those pretty cool consumables and stuff. So there's certainly a good amount of stuff there, I feel. So I think it's pretty well worth sort of investigating into. Anyway, that's all I've got for time for you all today. That didn't really come out very much as English, did it? That's all I've got time for today. If you have any questions about this or anything you're not sure about or want to know more about, do ask down in the comments down below. I will get back to you and sort of try and answer all your questions. Subscribe to the channel, of course, for a load more Conquest Blade content, and I shall see you guys all on the next video.